What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. My name is Fadi. This is Boosted Forward, and today I'm going to try not to freeze my balls off. It's 25 degrees out, extremely cold, but I have a very important message for you guys, especially for those of you who are looking to modify their Porsche 911 turbos from a stage 1 to a stage 2. Because I just went through it, and I want to tell you guys all the performance gains that came about from it. And I also want to tell you about a little bit of a controversy I had with a tuner, and I'd like for you guys to learn from it. So I won't get too much into detail about that because I don't want to go into drama and the headache, but I think it's important that you guys know what happened. So let's get to it. All right, so a couple of months ago, I purchased my 911 Turbo S from Ohio, and the car was bone stock at the time, and I wanted to get a Cobb access port for it, which I did, and I uploaded the Cobb off-the-shelf race gas tune and went to the track. So when I got back from the track, I decided to take the car to the next level and add a exhaust to it. So I started to reach out to different companies, and I ended up going with a particular tuner who I'm not going to say the name of. I installed the exhaust myself, and I asked him for a MS-109 customized race gas tune so I can take advantage of the performance of the exhaust and try to get the most out of the car that I can. So I uploaded the tune to the car and went out and made some test hits, and the car just did not feel good. It did not run right. There was something wrong with the car. I'm not sure what it was. At that point, I wasn't sure what it was, but take a look at the performance numbers from the Draggy.
60.
So as you can see, the car went 7.6 seconds, which is not any faster than when the car was stock with nothing but an off-the-shelf Cobb race gas tune. So I contacted the tuner and I told him about my situation. I told him that I felt the car was sluggish, it felt anemic, it just didn't feel good. And in talking back and forth with him, he basically suggested that the tune, there's nothing to be revised in the tune, and possibly there's something wrong with the car. After going back and forth with him for a day or two, I just decided, you know what, forget it, this is not working out. If this tune is not something that can be revised, then this is not something that I want to be part of at all. So I contacted ES Motors for some help, and I spoke with Emre, who's basically the owner of ES Motors, and he asked me to send him the log, which I did. He had a chance to look at it, and he basically said, listen, man, this tune is far from optimal, and I can do much better. So I had Emre send me a tune, which I uploaded to the car, poured in some race gas, went out to make some testing. Check this out. So as you guys can see, my car went 6.8, 60 to 130, and the funny thing about it is that it was more humid on that night than it was when I ran with the previous tuner's tune when it went 7.6. The humidity on this night was 84%, and the humidity on the previous night when it went 7.65 was actually 70%. As soon as I got on the gas pedal, I knew that this tune was so much better than the other one, and that confirmed that there's absolutely nothing wrong with the car and nothing mechanically wrong with the car, and all along it was indeed the previous tuner's tune that basically sucked. So I cannot thank ES Motors enough. I cannot thank Emre enough for sending me the tune and working with me. I really appreciate it. You guys make sure you check them out. They have some really stout performance achievements. They have a bunch of 8-second cars. They've gone 60 to 130 in the lowest threes. They've gone over 200 miles an hour and a half mile. I mean, all the records they hold, I highly recommend you guys check them out for all your Porsche needs. So there you go, guys. That's my experience going from a stage 1 to a stage 2. I definitely think it's worth it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you guys all have a happy and blessed Thanksgiving. We'll see you guys next video.